Hi, I'm Stu.
I'm Lynn.
And this is HiFi Pig's weekly news roundup and a bit of a natter and what have you. Bit of a quiet week here, I think.
Yeah, it's been quite quiet, but it's been 4th of July week. So happy 4th of July to all our American readers and watchers. So not masses of news coming in, but we've been busy. We've been really busy.
And what we've been busy with, Lynn?
We've been busy with Not Boring magazine, which is our quarterly e-magazine that we do. And that's come
Before
out
we
this
start,
week.
I just want to say, I used to do a radio show, and one of the catchphrases that we had was, not that one, one of the catchphrases that we had was, if you want, shout her out. And I want to give a shout out to one of our super fans, who is Tommy. Tommy got the brilliant news that he's cancer-free late last week. So nice one, Tommy. Really pleased to hear that.
Fabulous
brilliant news. So yeah, it has been a bit quiet news-wise, but it's that sort of silly season, is it, as well? We used to have it in the newspaper, and we haven't made news stories up, but I'm sure newspapers at this time of year do make stories up and what have you. But we have been mega busy putting together, as Lynn said, the Not Boring by HiFi Pig magazine, which is 304 pages of quality editorial content.
It's a whopper.
Yeah, it's massive. It's not just hi-fi in there. And what we've tried to do with Not Boring is to try and diversify a little bit, to try and get people that may not read about hi-fi to be exposed to hi-fi content. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, so people that may come to it for the music, because we've got some really diverse music stuff in there. Stuff about UK hip hop and drill, which is really interesting read. Stuff about festivals.
The festival thing is really cool. That's a really good article by Sarah.
And it covers from sort of the festivals back in the day in the sort of 60s and 70s right up to the modern festival, and she talked to some really interesting people. So that's really cool.
Yeah, Andy and Marnie, thanks very much for your content on that. And that does, like Lynn says, it does go back to sort of the 60s and then through the 80s with the Battle of the Beanfield and all that New Age Traveller type stuff. There's a really good article in there about the street art in the
13th arrondissement of Paris.
Yeah, that's a really cool article. Some really cool images in there. There's a really entertaining article about John Scott, who writes with us, and his visit to Cranage. More about the journey down there than the actual show, but it's brilliant.
Yeah.
just read it. It's really good. And then you've got Cocktails with Terry,
which is fantastic, where he goes into covers and remakes, both in music and in cocktails. So many takes on a Negroni in there.
And then there's also an article, quite a big article, with David from Stratton Acoustics, they're a new company from the UK, and they've got a fabulous pair of loudspeakers, which cost around about 70-80 grand, I believe. But the article's really interesting. It's about their philosophy and how they want to create heirloom products that get passed down generations, which I thought was quite an interesting concept, and that's why we've interviewed them. And then we've got another speaker manufacturer from Denmark.
Yeah, Treble Clef Audio, and Eric, who writes for us, he flew up to Copenhagen for the launch of these speakers, and they're completely different to anything you've seen.
They are incredible looking.
Yeah, very beautiful, and it's all about the philosophy behind them, the design process, why they're making these speakers, which are fully active, and well, read it and have a look. They're completely different. So
yeah, there's also Alan McIntosh that lives up in Scotland. He does a regular feature called The Leader Tape, all about reel-to-reel open tape. So if you're into that sort of thing, it's worth reading just for that. But then we've got an article I did on, well, it's called Now you're dead. Is that right?
So you're dead.
So you're dead.
Now what?
Now what? That's all about the alternatives. Well, again, read it. It's really interesting about what people can do with your body once you're dead. So, like I said, it's not just about hi-fi.
Definitely not.
And it's about art, culture, and hi-fi and music.
Yes,
Because
very much
music's
so.
really important. There's also a really interesting article in there, and I'm trying to do this every month to every quarter, because that's how often it goes out.
Thankfully, not every month.
Yeah, thankfully. What I've tried to do is have a chat with Chat GPT, and I was interested in finding some information about the connection between music and art over the years, and it takes quite a sinister sort of twist towards the end of the conversation with the Chat GPT. And again, it's worth reading. It's not Chat GPT seems, from my experience with it on that occasion, to have a little bit of bias built into it. Anyway, that's not boring by HiFi Pig. I'll put the link down below. Oh, do remember to subscribe and like and all that kind of thing. That's down one of the sides.
One of the sides.
So that's it. Here's the news from this week with Lynn.
We received the news that Hideki Nishikawa of Stellavox Japan and TechDAS passed away on the morning of the 28th of June 2023. Hideki was an accomplished designer and a visionary and talented businessman. He co-founded Stellavox Japan as an importer and distributor of high-end audio components to Japan in 1989. In 2001, he established Zephim and then started their brand TechDAS in 2010. Under the TechDAS brand, he developed and designed the TechDAS Air Force turntables. Danish hi-fi brand Dali has added to their home cinema range with the new Dali Oberon Grand Vocal Centre Speaker and Dali Phantom Sub. The Dali Oberon Grand Vocal is available now in dark walnut and black ash finishes, priced at £599 or €599 or $999 for a single speaker. The Dali Phantom Sub S100 is priced at £1,499 or euros or $2,399. Melodica, a Polish hi-fi company known for producing cables, hi-fi speakers and installation speakers, has introduced its latest cable, the Melodica MD UAC Purple Rain USB-A to C DAC cable, designed as a replacement for factory-supplied cables. They claim it reduces jitter and distortion and it costs them €42. Swiss hi-fi company Goldman has unveiled their latest creation, the Goldman Tethys passive loudspeaker. The Goldman Tethys loudspeaker takes inspiration from the design of the flagship Gaia loudspeaker and costs £62,500 or €70,250. After 2 years of development, Prestige Audio has launched their new cinema design app, Cinema Creator. Cinema Creator has been designed as a free-to-use home cinema design tool for interior designers, project managers, architects, moviephiles, or anyone looking to include a high-performance home theatre in their home. Italian audio company Volumio has announced the release of Volumio AI, the latest version of their popular Volumio music player application. It features Super Search AI music discovery with the power of ChatGPT and is available in free and paid versions. Macintosh Group and their distributor Fine Sounds UK has partnered with Sevenoaks Sound and Vision, bringing Macintosh and Sonus Faber products to more UK audiophiles. Macintosh and Sonus Faber will soon be available at Chelsea, Brighton, Cambridge, Guildford, Norwich, Nottingham, Sevenoaks and Witham branches of Sevenoaks Sound and Vision, with a rollout expected to more stores soon. Rather than sending out a press release, Tidal CEO Jesse Doroguska took to Reddit to tell users about Tidal's commitment to high-res FLAC files. He said, "We're choosing FLAC as our preferred format for high resolution audio and will continue supporting multiple formats to make sure we have as much high-res content as possible." Tidal tells us that high-res FLAC will be added for all Tidal HiFi Plus users in August.
So that was the news that was. I think one of the interesting things in the news is the thing about Tidal moving over to FLAC.
Yeah.
And they don't use the word abandoning MQA, but...
no, they still say that they're supporting a variety of high-res formats, but they're committing to FLAC.
But with the news a couple of months ago about MQA no longer being a thing, and it's not really come as that big a surprise, has it?
At all.
So anyway, that's the news from HiFi Pig this week. We'll see you this time next week, hopefully. Again, subscribe and like and all that kind of thing. And thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.